Hi guys, let's talk about the changing dynamics of the intimacy marketplace between men and women. Let's start by discussing the male-female intimacy approaches. This is easy to understand. This is what it is, and everyone knows it. The feminine intimacy strategy is hypergamy, whereas the male intimacy strategy is limitless access to endless women, or in other words, open hypergamy. Football is certainly a sport you guys are acquainted with. It's apparent that this game is the most played on the globe. There is a goal at either end of the football field, which has 2 goals in total. Assume that the male intimacy strategy, which is limitless access to endless women, is the single purpose of the soccer field, and on the opposing side is the feminine intimacy approach. Open hypergamy is their target, and all that hypergamy truly entails is the capacity to obtain the greatest provisioning and highest value for males possible. Now when you're dating for a long time and you have the discussion, it generally comes from her when you enter into a relationship, gets married, let alone live together. You may hear her ask, "Where do we stand? What's the point of this? Are we exclusive? What are we? Where are we going?" And you both consent to a facilitated agreement on the nature of the working relationship. Here's the issue though, both men and women must give up their intimacy methods if they want to maintain monogamous relationships. As a result, the male must relinquish his approach to intimacy, which is of course unrestricted access to unrestricted women, according to all reports and the terms of the agreement. So she would obviously have to give up open hypergamy and give up the feminine intimacy strategy of monogamy. Herein is the distinction. Men and women have diverse perspectives on desertion and abandonment, and these perspectives are distinct from one another. So let me offer you an extremely thoughtful example. You may have been dating for a time, perhaps for a few years, and you may have stopped seeing other women and men, deleted your dating apps, and done other things of that nature to indicate that you are in an exclusive monogamous relationship. You have thus surrendered to your intimacy strategy. You have left the football pitch. Right now, you're not attempting to score any goals, but here's the deal. The way hypergamy operates is that it is incredibly difficult for women to resist since it is deeply ingrained in the culture. She may, for instance, announce or be in a monogamous relationship with you. Researchers have claimed that secret infidelity rather than monogamy is the worldwide standard. In essence, it is how much of the West operates. But let's put that aside for the time being. Using social media to advertise a business, for example, is not what she is doing if she is on social media and publishes often and consistently. So she is marketing herself as the business or, to be more precise, as the product. Therefore, it's a really dangerous warning if you notice her posting frequently, especially if they are attractive selfies or begging for the attention of others on a regular basis. But even if it weren't, if there were regularly scheduled articles begging for interaction, how would you feel about this? Your thoughts on this, please? Here's a poll. Click here to reply. Send me your comments. In a sense, her phone is attracting other men's attention. She's doing everything she can to put herself out there and interact with other men. And we know this because she isn't interacting with the women. Women aren't trying to get in her DMs on Instagram, it's the men. Therefore, it's not usually John from accounting or Scene from sales who may yell at her to encourage open hypergamy. They have the option to switch on the radar and monitor the landscape to see where they can find someone else. Since there are so many pushy betas online, they tend to gather in flocks, post comments, and attempt to get in touch with her. Additionally, it may be ex-boyfriends if it's not the thirsty betas. Other prospective clients could think she is a high enough quality woman. Again, you must understand the character of women to know that they won't accept responsibility for it if the attractive woman is posting frequently on social media. They are unable to because of their egos. They'll most likely refute it. I'm just trying to point to reality. Men are leaving the football pitch and avoiding other women. But if women continue to post often on social media, whether it's selfies or requests for criticism, they are not intentionally doing it. But I think they are attempting to make the most of their hypergamous nature. I don't believe they are doing it on purpose. Instead, I believe it is unavoidable given the nature of women. That is the cold, brutal reality. If you will, consider it a cold, hard truth bomb about the connections between men and women and the intimacy marketplace. And when a woman asks you to be in a committed relationship with her and not see other women, you have to hold her to that as well. It's always a two-way street. Their approach to intimacy is open and hypergamous, and if they're always looking for approval from other people, guess what? She is still taking part in the football match there. That's the reality you have to deal with. Truth is, social media has a lot to offer for both men and women. But how men and women interact on social media is completely different and tells a lot about their true nature. And the nature of men and women stays true to what it is even on social media. Thanks for watching the video, guys. See you later.